Good evening. It's 7 o'clock, and here I am with mental mind treatments with psychic impressions. Oh, what a day. I've been battling a little bit of this cold, so please excuse the coughing occasionally. I've taken some cough medicine, hoping it will just soothe it down. But we just want to give you a bit of a heads up in case that's not quite happening. I want to thank Marion, who will be working the bowls, and I'm sure usually what happens when she works the Tibetan bowl from her place to where I am, I usually settle in, and it's fine. Plus, I had an upsetting phone call just before I was suddenly me answered it, so that's my fault in that sense. And it was a case of someone being really upset and wanting me to be the psychic from back east. And it was a cultural thing. And when I said to her, this is a cultural thing, the lady says, what's cultural? I thought, oh, well, there's not much help in being able to explain exactly what's going on. Anyway, got green on for St. Patrick's Day. So if you've got any Irish anywhere, I have it in my relatives. I don't have it in my bloodline that I'm aware of, but my relatives both married. My two sisters married half Irishmen and half Englishmen. Loads of English. I've got loads of English in my background. Anyway, I picked out a card from the insight box. It's green, and it says, love your mother. Yes, and it says, I treat the earth, the land that nurtures me with love and respect as I treat myself. Yes, that's what I did today. I kind of got off the phone call as easily as I could, giving some advice that wasn't understood. But that's how things work. Anyway, we've got people lined up. And again, I want to thank you for that. Marion says, good evening, Norma, blessings to all, as she usually does. Kayla is on, says, loving energy and blessings to all. And hi, Norma. And then down here, and I'm just going to jump here a bit. She is having many spasms and back pain, challenging me today, very low energy. So I'm because she usually finds me around 4 o'clock. So I kind of always have half of my ear out for her. 4 o'clock phone call didn't come today, but that's okay. I'm just going to put 3, 16, and 12, and it's Becky Citra pain. Pain is I've lived with pain for certain years. I had lots of pain, and it's hard, and I don't think anybody enjoys it too much, but it's something that we go through at times. So what the numbers I just picked out of the air right now is that this is where love and I think perseverance of all that's going on with the acceptance of things. It's just kind of like every time you think, oh, goody, everything's fine, bang, something else occurs. So it's about accepting the journey of getting back into well-being. So I'm just going to do a treatment for Kayla right now. I know that there is one power and one essence. It's a loving power and a loving essence. And I know Kayla knows this essence as much as I do. And so I speak my word for it, Kayla, in knowing that the aches and the pains are actually showing that there is improvement. And sometimes it's hard to believe that. Sometimes it's hard to believe that that can create well-being because it hurts. But it's like breathing and breathing in the pain and breathing out the pain. So it's staying in the place of seeing it as love and light. It's your body telling you it hurts. It's your body saying to you it's not feeling comfortable. So it's like when that occurs, it's like wrap it in your arms with all the love that you can muster just to absorb it. Absorb that and release it and let it go back from whence it came. For there is light, there is love, and the essence, and I know that transmute it into love and light, strength, progress and growing up in the direction that you want to. I give thanks in the knowing of this. I give thanks in knowing that there will be release coming, relief coming. And so I release this with love and light so that Kayla can move through the spasms and the back pain and everything else that's been challenging. And so it is. I love Matt 07. Good evening to you, and I'm glad you made it. And if you have anything that you want, put it in down further because I'll be going further down now. So Karen B. Good evening, Norma. Blessings and love to everybody. And she's got something down here for you. I'm going to leave that because it makes it easier on a big long if we go down. Now the Karen is greetings, Norma. I would love a treatment for a fresh new growth. Oh boy, we do this, eh, Karen? Growth isn't always the easiest thing in the world, right? When you think you've got it, there's another level that comes on in. I just love that. No, I don't always love it when it's been occurring to me. All right, hang on, I'm going to find you again. Okay, I'm going to put this down a little bit. So what have we got? 3, 7, and 21. Oh, nice numbers. Fresh new growth. All I can see is fresh new grass coming up because, as you know, we're going from sort of moving out of winter into spring. And I noticed by the Safeway shop today when I was picking up some things that there were some of these lovely little spring plants you could get that was, you could use. I am not ready for my plants yet because I won't be going outside. But anyway, it's fresh new growth in my mind. I can see that. What I like about these 3 numbers is that it's love-based. And it's also about letting go of the old and being ready to let go of the old. So as you bring in the balance. Now, I have to explain something here. When we say let go of the old, it doesn't mean you cut it off. What it means is that you recognize as you grow that there has to be some form of integration, but the newness comes in and it replaces, because otherwise you run into trouble. It's like if you cut your arm off, like if you take, what would you do? You still have an arm. So it's like knowing that yes, you're moving ahead with love, with light, with all those things. As you move ahead, you'll rebalance everything together so that you don't lose anything. You only add, and everything that needs transforming gets transformed. Everything that needs to come into some form of light and awareness comes into that light and awareness. So the fresh new growth is added. It springs forth. But who and what we are is still within the process. It's not like we somehow or other, we don't just cut off. We add and grow and become an awareness, because that growth is about awareness. It's about knowing and how everything interlocks, and that you're moving into this newness, into this growth, into this beingness. So, treatment time. I know there's one power in one essence, and I know as I speak my word for Karen, that there is new growth, new awareness, new delights. There's an opening up to the well-being of life in the simplest form. Not that it has rejection. I'm concerned about this rejectional element, because every step that you do brings you to the point that you are now, that propels you even further. And it is about balancing it all, the old, the new, where you are at the point, the goals where you want, and you pull it all together and it comes into harmony. And so what is seeked here, I'm going to say it that way, is the harmony, the balancing of the old, the now, and the future, all coming together in balance, harmony, and love. I give thanks in knowing that Karen is moving into this newness, into this new growth, into this strength that's adding to already what has gone before. So it's like the roots are there to spring forward in so many ways. I give thanks in the knowing this as I release this, knowing that it is true for Karen, that she is loved, she is cared for, and that she has all this background to grow from as she lets go of those things that she doesn't need anymore. Yeah, I agree. But you don't let it all go. It's part of who you are because it's your experience. It's your awareness. It is your beingness. And I give thanks in the knowingness of that. Totally and totally aware. Thank you. That I release this. I just say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a good reminder that is, we don't just cut something off and go, no more. It's like we transform it. Transformation is the word. Okay, now we go to Karen B. Where was the Karen? There was Karen Lee too there somewhere. Oh, here we are. Sorry, Karen B. Just wait a minute. So this is Karen Lee. Hi, Norma. Can you please do a treatment for my son's mother-in-law? Her name is Sherry. She has she had a stroke yesterday and is in ICU. Thank you. Please choose some numbers as I'm not getting any. Yeah, it can when you're emotional. So I'm going to give a 2, a 10, and a 13. Okay. I know from these numbers that Sherry has a decision to make. Unfortunately, we can have nothing, like we're not there to make it. And it's a choice which can go at this point in any way. It's kind of like the soul makes a decision whether to stay and move through what's there to move through or not to. I cannot say one way or another with these numbers that I've created as to what that decision will be, but I do know it's her decision. So therefore, I'm going to do a prayer for her to get very clear within herself as to what she wants for her next step in life. I know there is one power and there's one essence. And as I speak my word for Karen Lee's mother-in-law, Sherry, I know that there's also a choice to be made here within all the changes that are going on within her, that no matter which way this goes, there will be growth, there will be understanding. I feel almost there could be, even if the choice is to remain, a shift in personality, or there will be a choice to move on. But it's her choice. And I know, and I give thanks for the knowing of this, that when we take command of who we are at those deeper, stronger levels, can we say, that there is an awareness where everyone might think there is none. There is always an awareness on the inner field. And that inner awareness will decide what that transition will be. Will it be the rehabilitation that she will go through, or will it be letting go? That has not been decided yet. The next 48 hours are going to be important. So, Karen Lee, know and pray for her highest good, which is I'm going to add in a minute, because that's all we can do for the people that we care about, is their highest good, not what we want, not what we feel would be their highest good, is to let them have their highest good. So I know there is one power that is available to each and every person, And therefore, I know that power is available to Sherry to decide the direction that her soul needs to go in. Even though she may feel like she's on tenterhooks or on the edge, there is a sense of peace. Excuse me, just a sec here. There, come on, throat. Sorry, this has been happening all day. Remember the card, love your mother. That came right to my eye there. So let me just stop back here, some clarity. I know as I speak my word for Sherry that her inner awareness is aware of her decision and her choices, that she is prepared to accept responsibility for what she chooses and which way she goes and how she moves through the transition. Whichever choice she makes within herself, because it is her choice, there will be a time period of transitioning and accepting limitations, accepting a new vibration. And I am going to ask Karen Lee if she will keep in touch with me as to which way this goes, because I'll hold this in my thought. I believe everybody has the right for their highest and best for them, no matter what anyone else thinks, no matter what anyone else is, please, 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 go this way or that way. The soul needs to create for themselves. The soul needs to decide which way they want to go, one way or the other. I give thanks in knowing that whatever is the highest and best for Sherry will take place with ease, with grace, as she moves forward in her evolution of life, which way ever the end result is. I give thanks in knowing that she is well taken care of and will be supported in whichever direction she chooses. It is her choice. And I give thanks in the knowing of this as I release this thought by saying, and so it is. And I'll say goodbye to this too, with everything else. Okay, Karen B. Getting all our Karens out of the way. Oh, I didn't like the way that sounded. Apologize for that. Please, may I have a treatment for my husband who chose 4, 15, and 22. I always smile when I see the 4 there, because in some ways the symbol does mean stubbornness. And though, holding, this is how it is. It's like digging your heels in, because this is how it is, or maybe it's because this is how you want it. I don't know, but it's like that. But the 15 says there's a lot of emotion involved in this. And as I don't know really where what it's really all about, what I'm seeing here is a decision, a sense of having to let go of, I'm gonna use the word old behavior, where I could use old thinking. But old thinking ends up with old behavior, because he is ready to move forward in faith in a whole different way also. He is ready from the direction of where he needs to be and where he is going. What I see the biggest obstacle in this is old programming and a belief that he can make it all work. Doesn't matter what, he can make it work. And that, to me, what I see here, I don't know what the end result he's really looking for, but it's like that has to shift or move or go away or do whatever through faith. Through faith. Having faith in whatever he believes in. Having faith in himself as he moves forward. I give thanks for that. I really do, because it's there. But you have to let go of that other stuff that holds on so tight, saying, but this is who I am, and this is what I believe, and this is what it works. Breathe it out, move in a different direction. So let me do a prayer. I know there is one power and I know there is one essence. And I know as I speak my word for Karen B's husband, that there is a letting go and a realization of totally the light within self and the faith in knowing that there is a power to support you and love you no matter what. The letting go of the old, the preparing oneself to embrace a new philosophy, a new awareness, a new growth. I give thanks in the knowing that this transition can be the easiest thing as a hot knife just moving through a beautiful cake. There is love, there is light, there is ease, but it's the letting go that needs to occur. Old thinking, old habits, old philosophy, etc., which goes with the thinking. Just a letting go and not being so tied up in fear. Anything about fear, we breathe it out, we let it go, and let the light come in to sustain, to fortify, and be aware. And so I release this thought knowing that it is true, and we shall say, and so it is. And so it is. And Karen, yes, his grandmother was from Ireland. A lot of people, my brother-in-laws were from Ireland, half Irish. Okay, Kayla sends the Irish in me sends love from the leprechauns and Blarney Stone. Transmission is happening. Thank you. Yes, I haven't been to Ireland. I've been to England a few times, but not Ireland. Leroy, hi Leroy. Greetings, Norma. Great to see you. It was great to see you on Saturday. Good. I trust that was helpful. Okay, Kayla again. My wonderful personal leprechaun Sparky wants us all to laugh and bring forth much joy, especially today. It was quite nice outside actually today. And then Leroy says, okay, there we go. By the way, I went and had my glasses finally tightened today, so now it's hurting my ear, but it's not falling off my nose every 2 minutes. So that's kind of nice. And then they advised to me, yes, they had been closed a lot. And so I was very happy. Okay, what do we got here? A treatment for me to get out of my own way mentally, to manifest art projects, and also to begin a psychic mediumship practice. Sounds good to me. Okay, this is all about decision, Leroy, and not being judgmental of yourself, and which creates the confusion. So it's almost like you have to decide who you want to be and let go of all the what ifs and maybes and perhapses and the ifs and the buts and all that mental claptrap, if I may call it, that goes on in one's head. Because all it does is hold you down and create confusion. The need here is, from as far as I'm concerned, which I will treat on, is for you to make the choice to be that person you want to be, whether it's your art, whether it's your psychic mediumship practice. You know, the old saying, just do it. That's what I ended up doing. Oh, do you want to be on? Someone said, would you like to be on TV? Sure, I'll be on TV. Do you want to be on radio? Sure, I'll be on radio. Do you want to be the producer of, well, actually, then I put in place moving psychics into malls. But then do you want to be a producer of a psychic show, like a big one? Why not? Let go the fear of failure, because there is no failure. It's just experience and learning how it works. Sometimes things work better one way than another. It's funny because I'm going through a little bit reconsidering things right now myself. But I know here it's just for you to make a decision and do it. Just be it. It's called, being it. There's a saying, be it. Well, if you want to be the artist, be the artist. If you want to be the psychic medium, be the psychic medium. Believe in you. I was just going to say, God does. So you do. Okay, I know there is one power and one essence, and I know that Leroy is aware, knows that. And the thing at this point is to choose to embrace that love power fill yourself up with that love power and know that anything you choose to do is there for you. Some things don't work out always the way we want, but that's okay. We know the love force is there, and it's like sometimes we have to rub off the edges, right? Like, excuse me, take the edges off, but be adventurous. Go for it. Be you. Never mind, oh, can I do this? Will it work? Who cares? Do it. That's an old saying. Nike, I think, had that phrase. Do it. You do it. Know it. Be it. Because the love is there for you. The support is there if you will allow it. I give thanks in knowing that Leroy is surrounded by love of the universe. That Leroy has all that things. If we want to do something, it's in us. All it needs to be is manifested and believed in. When you have a thought that you want to do something, believe you can do it, even if you don't know how. Because you'll be showing, you will learn. You'll have a few knocks here and there, but you'll learn. You'll go, oh, that works better than that. And you'll get to find what works for you. I give thanks in the knowingness that Leroy will have everything he wants, requires, dreams of, because he will make the decision. Everything's based on decision. My big thing, you got to decide to be that. I am the artistic being. I am a psychic medium. Go for it, Leroy. With all my blessing, all my love, which I know the universe backs. You just have to choose. Choose well. Okay, I'm going to just change my page over here. Hi, Sheka. Gee, what have you got for me today, love? 3, 8, 9. How's it going? Well, I had this little cold that just seems to be holding on, but it's just the time of the year, I think. We've had snow, we've had warmer. Wait, can you do a treatment for my left hip and knee? Okay, left hip and knee. Gee, I'd be like doing it for myself. Left hip and knee. Okay, here we go. 3. It's about self-love to a degree. 8 says, ask for the power. I don't know what you want to call God. You can call it any name you want, but it's a love force that's here in the universe for you. Ask it to come in to those parts because the answer lies within you. Also, left hip and left knee. This is about moving forward. So any fears that you have about moving forward, going in a different direction, that's all going to be in there too. What's the next step? This is about the next step. But because it's on the left side, it has to do about the emotionality of you, not the mental element of you. Sorry, I'm doing some thinking for myself there. Okay, let me take that into treatment for you. I know there is one power and then one essence, and I know that power and essence of love is everywhere and is there for you, Ashika. I also know that the ability to bring that power down and in and through you to those parts, left hip, left knee, so that it balances inside the body. And the awareness of that knowingness is going to help everything begin to open up in so many different ways, because it's like you're coming into an alignment. I'm seeing a picture of a ferry docking, like the big ferries down in Vancouver that go to the island. What do? They have to come in and they dock, and they go very slow, and they dock, and you might feel a little rock when they touch. I feel that you need to come in that alignment with the sense of who you really are and this power that is there for you. The power. There is one power, one essence. Whatever name you call it does not matter to me. All I know that love essence is there, and that you need to bring it forward into your physicality, so the cells in your body get it. And let go of all the hesitancy and, maybe I'm not doing it right or whatever. It doesn't matter. Even if you just imagine a color that you really love, the color, but it's the feeling, the love. Bring that color in and through and use it right into your left hip and knee. Let it right in. Sometimes we get so much in our head, we forget to apply it into our bodies. I know there is one power in essence, and I know that power is there for you. Just accept, and glorify in the love of God, whatever name you want to call that. And let it be. So I'm going to release this thought, knowing it is true for you. You're at one with love, with light, and therefore self-healing. And so it is. And so it is. Amen. Okay, Maggie G, good evening, Norma. So happy to be here. Blessings. Always happy to see you on the board there, Maggie. Keep it up. Karen Lee says, I'm back. Thank you very much. I have said the decision is completely in your hands. Either way, have been praying for Sherry's highest and best you can do. Thank you. That's the best you can do. Just keep praying for her best. But also know that sometimes people get, they're thinking of other people, not themselves. But that's just a passing thought there. And thank you for letting me know. Yes, I would like that. Mass. Oh, did I miss you again? Okay, let me go back to the front top. I don't see you anywhere else. If somebody else look to see if where I missed Metso 7. I don't think your second one. No, if you're going to have to type it in again. He says, even I don't see it. Yeah, I went right up to the top. Karen, so it's down. You obviously put it back. I don't know why that happens to you. Karen Barney says, you were right on the money. Thank you very much for your insight. Bless your heart. Thank me. Thank the powers that work with me. Okay, I love math 07. Strange. Even I don't see my message now. No, it's not that it's not meant to be up there. That's a defeatist way. Retype it in. Remember, when you want something, you go for it and you keep on striving for it. So I'm going to read Leroy's here. Thank you. You are always spot on. You make me laugh about your observations about me. Much love to you. I'm glad I made you laugh because it's not my intention to make fun. I'm just saying this is how it is, right? And so your vibration and mine gets along, I think, very, very well. He says, oh my God, I do not see it. Can you not? Well, put it in different words. Come on, I'm going to wait for you. Mr. Maths 07, you've got to get this typed in somehow. And I do not see it because it would be right under what I just, with Lori's message to me. We can just talk for a moment, or I can talk for a moment. So what do we have here tonight is the beingness of all of us. When just before I come on the show, the singing show, Voices on, and it's so interesting to some of the things they say to them, how much is basically what I say to you in a different way. Yay! Happy saying, get well soon. Healing is to get the money I need in order to prevent eviction in a little over 2 weeks. 2/8/24. Okay, hang on, we've got 2/8/22. And you're feeling 18. Yeah, I bet you are. Math 7. Okay, let's have a look at these numbers. So you want money or some other way. Sometimes miracles happen and not always with money. Often when we ask or want and need money, it doesn't always come the same way. So we want money, or you want to for rent, right? That's basically hang on. I'm getting there. Good healing. Healing the money. Don't need to heal the money. Heal yourself. To prevent eviction in a little over 2 weeks. Okay, first of all, let's talk about the belief system around money. Money is an energy. And sometimes we think with that money, but it's like, if you can see the money as an energy that comes into you, or you are an attraction of it, what you'll find, it'll be attracted to you. You have to decide. That's at number 2 at the front. You have to decide that you want what you want. The money's the vehicle. The money is not it. What is it you want? You want to stay in your place. You want to be able to pay the rent. So in a way, what you want is your place. You want your place to be solid. And that means, to me, when I look at this, you've got to bring the power down into you and allow yourself to be so you got to get out of your head, because you got to get down to allow your heart to work. And in that, so it has to do with faith. But you see, your fear is, I'm not going to pay the rent. I'm not going to have a place to live. So you always take a look at the thought, but the energy behind the thought. Fear is a strong energy. No doubt about it. So what we're going to do is we've got to wriggle that down. We got to erode it, explode it, whatever. You got to clear the fear and come into peace. You might have heard me say many times, I've had miracles happen right when I needed them. A place to live free for 6 months. A job that I needed when I really wasn't sure what was going on. Just happened. Other people came and said, would you like this? Would you like that? Because the law of love is operative all the time. It does not go to sleep. But when your mind gets into fear and trying to figure it all out, the thing is not to figure it out, is to let it go into the knowingness that something is taken care of is what has it take care of. The thing is, we always have that little niggle of fear under there. Well, maybe it won't. What'll I do then? The answer comes. There's many a time when I've had my back against the wall. There's many a time when I'm not sure what's going on, and so you let go and you trust the process. You trust this, and your 8's pretty solid. The way I draw 8s is pretty solid. It needs a little bit more on the philosophical side, that's all. But the faith, having the faith in knowing. So you've got to choose. Do you go into tension and worry and it's not going to happen, or are you going to stay knowing that you are loved by whatever you want to call that loving deity? And you can open yourself up to allow that love in, so that gets resolved. May not be the money to pay the rent. It may be another opportunity that is brought to you. And that's one of the things when we get into these spots, is that we open ourselves up to all possibilities, because we can't think of them all. We just have to trust and know that we are loved, and that we will, and that somehow or other something will work out. Leaving it a little late, because underneath it, you're frightened that nothing doesn't going to work. But I just see, I'm looking at that 22, which is having faith. And somebody earlier had that 22 in there. Sometimes we just have to step out on faith and trust the process of life. Trust that energy that we call God, whatever, the one power, the one essence that is in all things, knows what's best for us. The unfortunate thing, our thinking gets in the way. Sometimes we overthink, and I know you're in your head a lot, so it's like, just give it a holiday. What difference will it make? Let it open up and let magic happen. Be magical, not just thinking and figuring and sorting out. And that's what I think you're ready for. I think you're ready to make a choice to be allowing and having faith. But only you can understand or know that by how much mental processes you put in. I give thanks in knowing that the force is there and wants to be let in. It wants to be chosen. It wants the heart to open up and come right in and know that you're loved beyond measure. It wants that. And I give thanks in the knowing of that, because when we accept that, it opens all sorts of doors that we never, ever could think of, ever. And that's when we can walk in faith and understanding. I give thanks in knowing that in the next few days, you have the best and biggest opportunity in the world, as we all do, several of you through here, opening up, even myself, to open up in a whole new different way. And thank you for bringing this forward. There's a couple of you that have brought this forward, but you really brought it through how much we need to be just who we are. Like Shika says, thank you very much. I love 7 Maths 07 says, why do virtual verses delete my messages twice? So many obstacles. Because you create them. You're the creator of your life. You just need to use a different force. Instead of worry, concern, anxiety, the more you get uptight and not trusting, things happen. And then he says, thank you very so much, Norma. I need to shut my brain down, definitely, and turn my heart open, not just on, open to the miracle of life. And it's a force, it's an energy, and it loves you, but you got to let it in. We have love all around us. And it's like allowing it in. And a lot of us, and myself included, very often gets in our head and we think it rather than feel it. So I'm just going to suggest every one of us who is listening to this, let's just take a big breath and allow that beautiful energy, whatever color you see it, that has love for you, you just breathe it in into your body and begin to let your eyes see the world in a different way. I give thanks for each one of you. I give thanks for all of us, knowing that we are loved beyond measure. And we can trust and have faith in that we are loved beyond measure. And miracles occur when we become at one with that. So I give thanks for each one of us for knowing that and being that. And as that is my end of this evening, I just want to say, you have a nice night and enjoy the green of St. Patrick's Day. Bye now. Lots of love. Oh, Tammy Johnson's jumped in. Oh, boy, you just got in. Hello, Norma. So nice to see you here on YouTube. I took your psychic development course in Calgary. Gosh, that's so many years ago, eh? Exactly. It's 20 years ago. I still listen to your meditations. Bless your heart. Thank you. Come back on Monday nights. We're here every Monday night, 7 p.m. BC time. And wow, that's a long 20 years ago. Well, yeah, I'm getting up there now. So anyway, bless your heart, love, every one of you. Love you lots. See you next week. Bye.